Good morning, children. How are you all? I hope you are all keeping safe. Okay, today we are going to learn about subject and predicate. Now, every sentence has two parts, the subject and the predicate. Have a look at this picture. Now, what is this you see here? This is an engine. And what is this? This is a coach. You all have been in a train. What will we do if we only have the engine with us? Is it of any use to us? No. And what about the coach? If we just go and sit on a coach and if there is no engine to it, will we be able to reach at some place? Not at all. Now, to go to a place in a train, there must be an engine and there must be a coach attached to it. Isn't that so? Similarly, for a sentence to be complete, it has to have a subject and a predicate. Now, the subject tells us who or what the sentence is about. Now, for example, Sarah plays. In this sentence, we are talking about whom? Sarah. And what is Sarah doing? What does Sarah do? She plays. So this Sarah is the subject and plays is the predicate. Another example, Greg writes. Now what are we talking about in this sentence? About whom? Greg. So Greg is the subject and what does Greg do? He writes. So writes is predicate. In every sentence, we mention a person, place or a thing. And then we say something about that person, place or thing. For example, the boy is playing football. In this sentence, first we are talking about a person. Who is that person? The boy. And then we are telling something about the boy, that the boy is playing football. So what is the boy doing? He is playing football. Now in this sentence, the word boy is the subject because he is the person that we are talking about, and is playing football is the predicate because that is what we get to know from the sentence about the boy. Subject tells who or what the sentence is about. Predicate tells what the subject is or does. Now in this sentence, the kids are eating lunch. Whom are we talking about? Yes, the kids. And what are these kids doing? They are eating lunch. So the kids is the subject. Are eating lunch is the predicate. Clear? Now in every sentence, we mention a person, place or a thing. The person we mention is the subject. To make it more clear, have a look at this. The mouse likes to eat cookies and milk. Now, whom are we talking about in this sentence? We are talking about this mouse. So, the mouse is the subject. Next sentence, the alligator eats cookies and milk. Now, who or what the sentence is about? It is about the alligator. So, the alligator is the subject. Now, predicate. A predicate may have two parts, a verb and an object. The second noun or pronoun in the sentence is called the object. It receives the action of the subject. The subject is connected with the object through the verb in a sentence. Both the verb and the object complete the information about the sentence. Now look at this sentence. The fishermen are catching fish. Look at this picture. What are these people doing? These are the fishermen and they are catching fish. The fisherman is the subject. We are talking about the fishermen. Fish is the object. Are catching is the verb. So the fisherman is the subject. Are catching fish all together is the predicate. Is that clear? Next sentence. Lucy is eating an ice cream. You can see in this picture, the name of this girl is Lucy. Now, what is she doing? She's eating an ice cream. So first, whom are we talking about? We are talking about Lucy. So Lucy is the subject, ice cream is the object, and is eating is the action word or the verb. So Lucy is the subject, is eating an ice cream, predicate. Clear? Okay, another example. The sun gives us light. Now here in this sentence, we are talking about the sun. So the sun is the subject, light is the object, gives is the verb. So the sun, subject, gives us light is the predicate. Is that clear? Okay. Now in some sentences, the subject may be missing. For example, in case of imperative sentences. Now when I say, wash your hands, do your work, go out of the class, keep quiet, sit down. Now in these sentences, these are all imperative sentences. Remember, we had done kinds of sentences earlier. Now in these sentences, I am just using the words wash your hands. Now to whom am I talking? I am talking to you. So here you is assumed to be the subject. We have to assume that we are talking to you. So you is the subject. Keep quiet is predicate. Clear? Okay. Now we'll do a few exercises separating the subject and the predicate. Amy held a pencil. In this sentence, Amy is the subject or the person. Held a pencil is the predicate. Johnny wore a hat. Now, whom are we talking about? Johnny. So, Johnny is the subject. Wore a hat is the predicate. He looked happy. He is the subject. Looked happy, predicate. The star is blue. What are we talking about in this sentence? The star. So that is the subject. Now what are we saying about the star? That it is blue. So is blue is the predicate. He is holding a star. Here again, he is the subject, is holding a star. That is the predicate. So verb and object forms the predicate. Johnny opened the umbrella. Now we are talking about Johnny. So Johnny is the subject. What did Johnny do? Opened the umbrella. So that is the predicate. The umbrella was blue. In this sentence, we are talking about the umbrella. So that is the subject. Was blue, predicate. He looked up. He subject, looked up, predicate. The star is yellow. Again, the star is the subject. Is yellow is the predicate. He is holding a star. So he subject, is holding a star is the predicate. Is that clear to you? Now here I have got some word puzzles. You can do this at home, sitting at home with your parents. You can make these puzzles and then you can play a game. Now for example, look at this. This handball game. This is one part. This is the subject. You have to match it with its predicate. Is so exciting. This is the predicate. So you have to match these two pieces and then it becomes one sentence. The great white shark. This is the subject. Now you have to match it with the predicate. Has a big fin and sharp teeth. This is the predicate. So this becomes a proper sentence. Crunchy apples are my favorite fruit. Subject and predicate. Mistakes are proof that you are trying. Mistakes is the subject. Are proof that you are trying is the predicate. So now we get the proper sentence. We get a full sentence with a subject and a predicate. Is that clear? Now for your homework, I will be sending you a worksheet on your app. And in the meantime, you can make such pieces of puzzle with proper sentences. Just keep the subject and predicate separate. And then you can play with your brother or sister or even with your parents. You just have to match these puzzle words together. And whoever gets the most will be the winner. Okay?
Okay, now look here children, I have made these for you. You can see here, this is one piece of the puzzle. This is the subject Meeta, and this is the other part of it. This is the predicate. Now here, when we join this piece, we get the subject and predicate. Meeta is reading a book. Next one, this is Rohan, subject, and this is the other half, predicate. Rohan is riding a bicycle. Another one, this is the subject Tom, and here you have the predicate, is playing the guitar. Together it becomes Tom is playing the guitar. So in this way you can make as many pieces as you like, and then you can play this game of subject and predicate. Thank you.